Bener nggak sih skripsi ini jadi momok?
Ya, setiap kepala prodi.
The Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology issued new regulation regarding graduation standards for students at undergraduate level. In the new regulations, students are no longer required to write a thesis as a graduation requirement. These regulations are contained in the regulation of the Minister of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, number 53 of 2023 concerning quality assurance in higher education. This latest regulation was launched by Minister of Education and Culture Nadiem Makarim in Merdeka Belajar episode 26, Transformation of National Standard and Higher Education Accreditation Tuesday, 29 of August.
Setiap kepala prodi punya kemerdekaan untuk menentukan gimana caranya mereka mengukur standar kelulusan capaian mereka. Jadi sekarang Bapak Ibu, kompetensi ini tidak dijabarkan secara rinci lagi. Perguruan tinggi yang dapat merumuskan kompetensi sikap dan keterampilan secara terintegrasi, dan Bapak Ibu, tugas akhir bisa berbentuk macam-macam. Bisa berbentuk prototipe, bisa berbentuk proyek, bisa berbentuk lainnya. Ya, tidak hanya skripsi, tesis atau disertasi. Bukan berarti tidak bisa tesis, disertasi, tapi keputusan ini ada di masing-masing perguruan tinggi.
Sharifuddin's statement was made by conducting a brief online survey of 57 semester students and undergraduate alumni who graduated in the last 3 years. When asked, as a graduate student or undergraduate alumni, do you agree that a thesis is no longer a requirement for graduation or becoming a graduate? So the answer was 93% agreed that a thesis was no longer a mandatory requirement for graduation. Only 7% answered that they disagree. Because for students who do not have scientific writing skills, a thesis can be a cause of stress and frustration, so that in the end it is possible that the thesis will be written casually or plagiarism, without significant implications for the world of work or practice in society. Because surveys prove that 93% of undergraduate students or alumni agree that the thesis is no longer a requirement for undergraduate graduation.
According to the statement by Chairman of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia, Dr. H.C. Puan Maharani, the absolution of Skrip as a graduation recruitment from Starter 1 S1 student is a from independent in studying. Furthermore, he asked the college to create a breakthrough that can open up the channel student potential, interests, and talent. Recruitments become a heavy burden and sometimes limit student academic exploration and interest. A breakthrough is needed that can channel talent and interest. So that is easily absorbed in the world of work, said Puan Talk at a writing statement to parliamentary in Jakarta, Wednesday, the 9th of June 2023. Higher Education March is responding to the development of the times. There might be colleges that consider flexibility and graduation recruitment as a step to accommodation the late. According to Safira Dwi Anissa, 23 years old, a 10th-semester student majoring in Criminology, Faculty of Social and Politics, University of Indonesia, visibly, actually agreed that the thesis should be absolute, and agreed that the thesis is absolute because I think it's a bit unfair that the thesis is a bridgement from graduation. Meanwhile, there are some students who would be better off going straight into the world of work rather than having to do research, said the woman of his feminine colleague Vera. According to him, I would be better to have several final assessments option from graduation, not just thesis and other writing final assignment. According to Vira, the thesis is also one of the main stress factor from final student because in work on their thesis they are also required to ongoing writing guidelines, study relevant journal, preview research, and credible research. Even to determine the title, there must be person doing of the research that will be made.
Eileen, UNG student, approving changes to the rules regarding thesis is not mandatory because according to her, thesis become a burden for students and can lead to suicide cases.
Skripsi ini jadi momok dan ini angin segar ya menurut teman-teman ya. Boleh mungkin ada mikrofonnya di sini? Ya. Mbak siapa?
Mbak Rilin.
Ririn, boleh berdiri Mbak Ririn. Mbak Ririn ini dari UNJ.
Iya benar.
Silakan Mbak Ririn, gimana nih? Kalau sudah mendengarkan dari tadi percakapan soal tesis, benar nggak sih tadi kan Mbak Lede bilang nih seakan-akan tesis jadi skripsi jadi momok gitu bagi teman-teman S1?
Mungkin bagi kami mahasiswa ada benarnya terkait dengan penyusunan skripsi ya, karena kita melihat dari beberapa contoh ada mahasiswa yang bunuh diri untuk sampai tidak dapat menyusun skripsi.
Oke.
Saking sulitnya begitu.
Jadi benar itu dirasain skripsi membebani bagi teman-teman?
Ya.
Membebani?
Membebani.
Oke.
The decision of Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology to no longer require a thesis as a graduation requirement at undergraduate level has strong arguments and various positive impacts. This decision supports the focus on students' competencies and readiness to compete in the world of work, while giving universities more flexibility in determining final assignments. Support for this decision was also found in survey results, which showed that the majority of students and alumni agreed with the elimination of thesis as a mandatory graduation requirement. This indicates that many students consider the thesis as a burden that can cause stress and frustration, especially for those who don't have scientific writing skill. Apart from that, this decision also encourages innovation in higher education, such as the implementation of the independent campus and various practice-based projects that are more relevant to the world of work and society. This is a positive step towards a scientific dynamic that is more in line with the concept of freedom to learn. Note that this approach must support efforts to increase student competency and readiness to face real-world challenges.